Hello and welcome to Unit 7, Day 6. Today we're going to be discussing kites. Yes, the kite is a real shape in geometry. A kite is a quadrilateral, even though some of the ones we see flying in the sky are not. A geometrical kite is a quadrilateral, so it has four sides. Two pairs of opposite sides that are non-congruent. So that means these opposite sides are going to have two different lengths. They're not going to be the same like they are in a parallelogram. And two pairs of consecutive sides that are congruent. So that means a side that's right next to this one is going to equal it. The two that are right next to each other, that's what we mean by consecutive, one right after the other, are equal. And there's two pairs of those. So these two will be the same length and these two will be the same length. It's kind of like if you took a rhombus and then you took one corner of that rhombus. So if this was a rhombus and I took one corner and I just stretched it, right? That's what a kite is like. It's like stretching out one corner of a rhombus. Okay? There are three special properties that we need to make sure we have memorized for kites. The first one is one pair of opposite angles are congruent. And then it tells me that they are the side-to-side angles. When I measure, or when I label a triangle or a kite, I always think about its top and its tail, and then its sides. So a kite, if you think about flying this one, right, you're going to have a tail, which means the other end from that is going to be the top of that kite. So it's going to have a top and a tail, and then you're going to have the two sides. So a side here and a side here. Okay? So one pair of opposite angles, the side-to-side angles, will be congruent. So if I know how big this angle here is, then this angle here is exactly the same. Okay? But notice it only says 1. So that means these angles are not the same. They are going to be different. One of these will be bigger, the other one will be smaller. Okay? That's my first special property of my kite. The second special property of my kite is that my diagonals are perpendicular. And remember, sometimes you won't see that word written out, you'll just see the upside down T. And remember, that means they intersect at a 90-degree angle. So if I draw in my two diagonals, here and here, they are going to intersect at a 90-degree angle. Okay? All right. This last one kind of encompasses quite a bit, so let's make sure we look at it carefully. The top to tail diagonal bisects both the top and the tail angles and the other diagonal. So let's talk about what exactly that means. My top to tail diagonal. So here's my tail. Here's my top. This top to tail diagonal. It bisects the top and the tail angles. So whatever this is, it gets divided into two equal angles. Whatever this is, it gets divided into two equal angles. Now, notice I put different marks on them because it's not like a rhombus. I said my side-to-side angles are congruent, but my top and tail angles are different from each other. Okay? They are bisected. They're different from each other, but they are equal on either side of the diagonal. Now, that's not all it bisects. It also bisects the other diagonal. So when I draw in the other diagonal, this one gets bisected. Okay? So notice this one is not bisected. I'm going to have a short piece and a long piece, but my side-to-side diagonal does get bisected. So the side-to-side diagonal gets bisected, not the top-to-tail diagonal. It's opposite for the angles. My top and tail angles are bisected. My side-to-side angles are not bisected. These two angles here, they are not the same. One of these is always going to be a little smaller than the other one. These two angles here are not the same. Okay? They are going to be different from each other. They are not bisected. Okay? And I have that right here in small little print. The side angles are not bisected. the top to tail angle is not bisected. Okay? All right, so now that we have our properties, let's see what we can do with that. Okay? Example 1, in kite ABCD, so it's already telling me it's a kite. The measure of angle DAB is 54 degrees, and the measure of angle CDF is 52 degrees. Find each measure. Okay, so when I look at this, I know I'm going to have congruent sides here, congruent sides here. I'm going to have a top, I'm going to have a tail, and then I know I'm going to have 90 degrees here. I know this is going to be bisected into equal pieces. I'm using 3 tick marks because I've already used 1 and 2. Okay. I know these are going to be bisected, and I know these are going to be bisected, but these are not bisected. Okay. That, what I marked in there, is true for every single kite. So now let's look at the information they gave us. The measure of angle DAB. So DAB. That is that whole angle down there at the bottom. Okay, that whole angle is 54 degrees. So think about what each side would be if it's been bisected, right? I believe that's going to be, let's see, 54 divided by 2, is that 27? Is 27 degrees. So if this whole angle is 54 degrees, that means each angle here is 27 degrees and 27 degrees. These angles up here are not 27 and 27 because these angles on my top and my tail are different. Okay? Then the next thing it tells me is CDF is 52 degrees. So CDF, CDF, there's F is in the middle. It's hard to tell because I've been writing. So CDF is 52 degrees. That does not mean this angle is 52. These are different angles on my side to side. Okay, the side to side angles are not bisected. The top and the tail angles are bisected. Okay, so now it says to find each measure. Okay, so that's my task now. When I look at these two triangles, if I kind of like cover up part of this, let's see if I can do that this way. There we go. When I look at these two triangles, I can see that all 3 sides are the same. I've got 3 tick marks, 3 tick marks, a single tick mark, a single tick mark, and then I have this reflexively shared side. So by side, 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 these triangles are exactly the same. So however big this angle is, the matching angle would be the same. So those angles are both 52. Okay? Then I also know, because it's a kite, all the angles in here at the center are 90. 90. Okay? So then the only other angle I need are going to be these 2 angles up here. So again, if I go on there's a reason we spent so long on triangles, right? We use triangles for pretty much everything we do. If I then keep covering up and I look at just this little triangle here, I know the triangle has 180 degrees. I've used 90 here. I've used 52 here. So 90 plus 52 is 142. There's 180 degrees in the whole triangle. 180 minus 142 is 38 degrees. So that angle is 38 degrees, and this angle is 38 degrees. All right, so let's see. There's only 2 more angles to find, I believe. Well, 3 more if you count this one, but look, I already found it. Look, haha, it's 90. So now I just need to find this little angle here, and I need to find this little angle here. But we're going to be able to do that pretty simply because the same way we did the last one, I know that these triangles have to be the same. So if I can find one, the other is going to be exactly the same. And I'm going to do the same process that I did on the last one. I'm going to say, well, I have a triangle here where I've got 90 degrees and 27 degrees, and I want to know what's left for this corner. So 90 and 27, what's left for this corner? 90 plus 27 is 117. I'm going to take that away from 180. $63. So this angle here is 63, and this angle here is 63. Okay? And kind of a neat way you can check to see if everything is correct. Your side angle should be the same. It's different on one than it is on the other, but they match the other side, 52 and 63. All four of your angles together should make 360 degrees, because a kite is a quadrilateral, and every quadrilateral has 360 degrees. So if I go around and I add all my angles together, 38 plus 38 plus 52 plus 63 plus 27 plus 27, although I could have just done 54, plus 63 plus 52, almost couldn't read my own handwriting, and I get 360 degrees all the way around that kite. Okay, love it when it works out. All right, in the next video we're going to tackle examples 2 and example 3, and maybe even a little of the next page. All right, thank you for watching. Come on back for the next video.